Plymouth Housing saves lives. Plymouth Housing provides housing to folks who are experiencing homelessness. We operate under a housing first philosophy. That means that we believe that before you do anything else, you need to have a front door. You need to have a roof over your head.
Plymouth understands that without a place to stay, there's really not a whole lot you can do. Plymouth stabilizes you. It helps you get in a situation to where you can grow. You know, you can move forward.
We operate permanent supportive housing sites with over 1,000 tenants currently in our buildings. We're growing rapidly, and that's really exciting. Bertha Pitts Campbell Place happened because we were approached by St. Francis House.
St. Francis House was created about 53 years ago, and we offer a place of community to our clients 5 days a week. We offer free clothing for men, children, and women. We also offer daily essentials for our clients. We've always been within a 10 to 15 block radius of the central area. And typically before COVID, we served about 20,000 people a year. I mean, I can't say how dilapidated of a building we were before, but it was falling apart. So the board ultimately decided to consider redeveloping the property and partnering with a low-income housing provider. Plymouth became an easy answer after witnessing the sense of community within the building.
Our partnership with St. Francis House is going to amplify each other's work because we complement each other well. And we're really excited to work on that partnership and create a community there.
The Central District is known as our historically Black community in Seattle, Washington. It is the neighborhood where most of the Black families were essentially redlined into the Central District during the Great Migration from the South. And what happened from that point is they kind of created a really bustling Black community.
But as I got older, the Central District changed a lot. The older people started passing away, or they couldn't afford to pay rent anymore because they raised the prices up so high.
Today, the population of Black residents is under 10%, whereas 50 years ago, it was somewhere near 80%. And so there's a lot of work being done to kind of regain that vibrant piece of the Central District again. I think the fact that Plymouth was so intentional about making sure that they reached out to different community members, to different organizations that are rooted within this community to collaborate and be involved with what we already are doing has a significant impact. You know, they initially reached out about some partnership opportunities with Langston, but then they also invited me to participate in selecting arts for the development, which was really exciting for me. Many of the pieces have some sort of reflection of the history of the Central District. Being able to see art and see it as a reflection of where they're at and who they are, and as a part and a process of their healing is really important.
We also wanted ideas for how we're going to name the building. We wanted a name that was uplifting, that signaled to the past and signaled to like what this community is.
When we learned that Plymouth Housing wanted to dedicate this building and name it Bertha Pitts Campbell Place, we were beside ourselves. Bertha Pitts Campbell was one of 22 founders of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. These 22 women started out in 1913 on the campus of Howard University with the primary goal to fight for social justice. Bertha Pitts Campbell moved to the Seattle area in 1923, and until almost the day that she died, she was an activist. She was the first board member that was African American on the YWCA. She was always an advocate for affordable housing. And if Founder Campbell was with us today and witnessing all the people in our community experiencing homelessness, she would be down at the mayor's office, city hall, town hall meetings, protesting and agitating for change. So naming this building after her is so appropriate because this is what she lived for, was to give people a better place, a better opportunity, a better chance.
So the new building will be 7 stories high. St. Francis House will occupy most of the street level, so we'll have almost 8,000 square feet. Within that space, the hospitality area has a true retail storefront.
And then on top of that, we built the apartment community where 100 folks who are leaving homelessness will live. It was also important for us to carve out space here at Bertha Pitts Campbell to house veterans.
They should never be homeless, never, never. They should have a place for them to stay because they paid their price. I've met a lot of veterans since I've been in Plymouth Housing. You know, wheelchairs, walkers, canes, you really can't get around.
So we have wider doorways, accessible showers, wider hallways, spaces for people to get around safely and thrive. I'm excited to meet new tenants. I'm excited for their first day where you give somebody the keys and they unlock their door for the first time. And you get to witness something that is joyful and exciting, and then also somebody's enormous burden being lifted off of them, and being able to witness that relief is really satisfying and kind of is why we keep doing this work.